New at 5, embattled Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has been hit with an eviction lawsuit. NBC5 has obtained a copy of an eviction notice filed in Cook County Court. It names Henyard and her boyfriend Kamal Woods, who is a Thornton Township employee. The court filing says Henyard and Woods are behind $3,350 in rent for their home in Dalton. The couple has been given 5 days to vacate or sign a new lease and pay all owed rent. When reached by NBC5, Henyard's landlord didn't want to comment on the details of the lawsuit. We also reached out to Henyard for comment, but have not heard back.
Things are getting dicey in Dalton. It's time to call in the dream team to save the SuperMayor. What is up, everyone? It is I, Carlton Flowers of the Go Political channel. And today we need to discuss the breaking news about the impending eviction of SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard and her esteemed boyfriend, Mr. Kamal Woods.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has a new crisis on her hands. She's being booted out of her home. Fox 32 has obtained copies of an eviction notice filed in Cook County Court against Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods. Henyard has been renting a home in the 14600 block of South Harvard for the past 3 years. But the owner of the home told us Henyard and Woods are behind on the rent and owe more than $3,300. The notice also says Henyard has refused to allow an inspection of that property. Now, we reached out to her attorney, who texted back that he believes the story is false and that no rent payment was ever missed.
Now, of course, we must admit that these are most likely false alizations. Okay? None of this could even be true. The mayor has already been reached out to by the news channels, and I don't think she answered, but she did state on Facebook, I believe, that these are nothing more but a bunch of false alizations and fake news to distract people away from all of the good that she is doing in Dalton and the Thornton Township.
Hey, it's me. Hey, your supervisor. So we out here, we're giving away food today. So if you're interested, please pull up, show up, and we're giving out food from 4 to 7 p.m. So if you want food, fresh produce, fresh ground beef, come on out and get it. And I got some fruits for you, which is watermelon today. But let me turn around and show you what we're doing, because remember, they not like us. They not like us, that part. So a lot of times people been voting down feeding y'all. What? Man, I don't listen to that. You know why? Because we are in a predicament where we supposed to do right by the people, where we supposed to feed the people, make sure we make a way for the people. And yet people playing politics when it comes to feeding the people. And I can't play politics when it comes to feeding the people. I have to always make sure that my door's open and the supply and the demand is there for you. And we have the resources to do that. Right now, we got a $4 million surplus. They tell you none of that, did they? Nah, they don't. Because they got to make me look bad in the public eye, right?
Now, I don't know why. Everyone is picking on the SuperMayor when she's doing such great things like giving away spoiled, rotten, frozen hamburger and tacos, chitlin cups. Was there any chitlin cups in there? And I'm sure that we'll probably receive news that she's going to give out strawberry cake. Strawberry cake certainly is a very effective method at getting people to support you and realize that they cannot live without SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard, because people need strawberry cake and they also need 55-inch flat screen TVs with Big Bingo. Yay! So maybe we will have more Big Bingo this week and strawberry cake to get this situation under control. But what if she's not able to get the situation under control? What if these false alizations continue to pile up and threaten the home of SuperMayor SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard and the esteemed boyfriend, Mr. Kamal BMW Woods. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. And in this situation, I am going to be the first to recommend to SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard that she call out the Dream Team. Yes, it is time to call out the Dream Team. To handle this situation, there are 4 gentlemen that she needs to reach out immediately to get this situation under control, because they can accomplish the impossible. They can get anyone out of any situation, especially when you are a black woman, a single black woman who's in power. These specialists have been noted to get black women, single and married, out of terrible situations, because this is what they do. And the Dream Team is comprised of 4 individuals that we will reveal. And Tiffany, you want to write these names down right now so you can get this Dream Team called together right away to bail you out of this situation before you are living out in the street. But if you do get evicted, I can recommend some resources that can help you pay your rent and even get you food. Yes, the Thornton Township is there for you. They pay your electric bill, they pay your water bill, they give you food when you're hungry, and they will help you to avoid your eviction. So just give a call to the Thornton Township. I'm sure you can look it up on the web. I'm not sure if the Thornton Township website is active because they're having some financial troubles, but you probably know where to go, because I think you've probably been to the offices of the Thornton Township. But I digress. Let's get back to the Dream Team. Now, the first person that you need to reach out to right now is the man who stood up for you before when all of the fake news and false alizations were coming up against you, and when they were accusing you of actually being behind the charitable organization that just falsely used your name when they stole $10,000 out of the Thornton Township bank account. And that would be none other than Roland the Bowling Ball Martin. Yes, Roland Martin was there for the SuperMayor like Superman. He was playing Captain Save a Supervisor whenever the heat was on. And so, as we all know, Roland Martin had SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard on his show to help to just dispel the false allegations and fake news surrounding the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, which is just some random foundation that just happened to be using her name, because we all know that anyone can just use Tiffany Henyard's name because it's clickbait. Everyone uses Tiffany Henyard's name. Anyone can start a foundation and use her name for clickbait to generate cash and money that's supposed to be used for cancer patients and people that have suffered hair loss or have had mastectomies. They need wigs, they need prosthetics. Anyone can just use her name because it's clickbait. So Roland Bowling Ball Martin came into the rescue to clear up SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard's name to help squelch the false allegations that were surrounding the charitable association that randomly decided to use her name, even though she was just the face of the organization. She was not the person that was behind it. Now, Roland Martin is a loudmouth who is paid by political operatives to save people, just like SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard. This is what he does. He's an expert. He's the guy that you call in when the heat is on. And I'm sure Roland Bowling Ball Martin will stand up for you again because he has an excellent track record for unraveling false alizations when people are coming up against single black women who are in power. Now, there's 3 other gentlemen that I am going to recommend to you, Tiffany Henyard. Call them right away so they can get together and put together a plan to keep you out of the streets while you are facing eviction. Now, the other 3 gentlemen that I'm going to recommend are Steve Milk Dud Harvey. Yes, Steve Harvey will be there for you. He is a good Democrat. He is ready to stand up for you despite any of the rumors and the false alizations. Steve Harvey has stood up for the vice president, and he will help you by giving you an alley-oop. He'll ask you easy questions and make you look like a champ, like the SuperMayor that you were supposed to be. Steve is there. He's ready to help you. Now, there's a couple other gentlemen that you need to reach out and call. You need to contact Ricky the Simp Smiley. Yes, Ricky Smiley has a superpower. What he can come in and do, he can appear on camera on your behalf, and he can cry and get upset, and he can talk about how the SuperMayor has done so many wonderful things for the poor people of the Thornton Township. I mean, my goodness, let's think about this. Tiffany Henyard has served strawberry cake. She done been giving away big screen TVs. She even went door to door to give away free chitlin cups for the people. So if you get Ricky Smiley, Ricky the Simp Smiley on the team, he can make a statement, an emotional statement while he's crying crocodile tears. And I guarantee you, he'll have people feeling sorry for you, and they'll back off and say, well, you know what? Ricky the Simp Smiley has a point. He has a point. This woman, the SuperMayor, has done such wonderful things for the people. Just the other day, she was giving out tacos and spoiled hamburger meat to the people. So we need to feel sorry for her. And we need to set the record straight. This woman should not be put out on the street. Now, to round off the dream team, the 4th gentleman that you need to contact is D.L. Hughley. What? Yes, that's right. D.L. Hughley will come in and he will crush anyone who dares to speak out against the SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard, much in the same way that he attacked that evil and vicious Janet Jackson for daring to have the nerve to say that Kamala Harris is not black. Well, imagine what he could do for you, Tiffany Henyard, because you are black, right? So he could really come in and tear into people because he's a comedian and he's good at making people laugh. Or does he? Well, anyway, he can come in and he can post comments on Twitter, and he can destroy anybody who has the nerve to say anything bad about the SuperMayor that is out there trying to help the people by turning on their lights and paying their water bill and giving out them free tacos and strawberry cake. Now, when we assemble this team, the dream team of these 4 esteemed gentlemen that are hitmen for the Democratic Party, They are going to get results for you, Tiffany Henyard. They can get results because they are there for any law-abiding, well-meaning, good deed-doing Democrat like yourself, because we got to give you a pass because you're a good Democrat. You're there for the people. You have done nothing but tirelessly stand up for the people of Dalton, tirelessly stand up for the downtrodden and the elderly folks by having big bingo, giving away those free 55-inch TVs, because we all know everybody deserves to have a free 55-inch TV paid for by their own tax money. I mean, come on. What are we supposed to spend those tax dollars on? So the dream team can come together and they can get the job done. And nobody will be able to say anything about it because they're all black men. That's right. If anybody dares to say something about your dream team of black men, well, they're racist, right? Because we're not allowed to say anything critical of black men, much less a single black woman who's in power, right? So get on the phone, Tiffany. Get on the phone right now. Make the phone calls. Get the dream team together. And Roland Bowling Ball Martin, he will be more than happy to assemble the team and be the leader. And maybe all of y'all can get together on the Roland Bowling Ball Martin show. And you can stand up together and vindicate the SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard during these troubled times. And hey, by the way, you might even be able to get some other esteemed individuals on the show, because these men have connections. They can pull the vice president who could come in and stand up for you. Well, even though she was right there in town during the Democratic National Convention and she didn't stand up for you, even though she hasn't said a mumbling word about the mess that's going down in Dalton and the Thornton Township. Well, here's a good idea. Maybe she can do some no bid contracts and set-asides, because we know that she's given billions of dollars to her connections for her community. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You got to be Asian or Pacific Islander. She doesn't like to do set-asides specifically for black people, because of course she's not going to pass any legislation specifically targeting the black community. All right, so erase that idea. I'm sorry. We cannot include, tell the dream team, don't bring Kamala into this, okay? Because she's not for all that, all right? But Roland Bowling Ball Martin and Steve Harvey, they will give you an alley-oop. It'll be easy. It'll be a slam dunk. And by the time they are done, you're going to be resting easy, sleeping easy in your mansion in, what is it, South Holland? Where is the mansion? I know it's not in Dalton. She doesn't live in Dalton. But you'll be safe and sound in your little mansion, and your boyfriend will be able to continue driving his BMW paid by the taxpayers of the Thornton Township, and you will have no worries. And you'll sail right on through to the next election, where I'm sure everybody will continue to support you and vote for you, as long as you're still serving that strawberry cake, okay? So keep serving up that cake, SuperMayor. Keep serving up the cake. It's going to take a lot of strawberry cake. You keep those old people fat and happy in Big Bingo. Yay! Keep them eating that cake and everything is going to be all right. Don't worry about a single thing. It'll all turn out okay for you. And I'm sure all the residents that are against you, they'll come around. You just got to figure out a way to get them to eat that strawberry cake, because you got those special ingredients in the strawberry cake that make them lose all sense of their mind. Now, another thing you might do, spend some more of that taxpayer money on some medical assistance, because you're going to have a lot of diabetics. You're serving a lot of strawberry cake, and so blood sugar levels are going to be surging. So just make sure that you spend another few $100,000 on the support that these residents are going to need so they can continue eating their cake, having big bingo, and winning those big screen TVs. Yay! Now, what are your thoughts, people? Do you think that this dream team can get the job done? Do you think Roland Bowling Ball Martin, Steve the Milk Dud Head Harvey, Ricky the Simp Smiley, and DL Hughley the comedian can stand up for Tiffany Henyard and get her out of this situation? Post it in the comments below and let me know. I'm sure this plan can work. And in the meantime, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Go Political channel. I do thank you all for your continued support, and stay tuned because I've got that banger of a report coming your way about the FBI and why this investigation has drug out so long. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to end. And mark my words, I'm going to be right. What is it? Well, you just have to wait for it until you see it. And until then, this is Carlton, and I am out.